Okay. Pokemon Sword. Water Monotype challenge. I did not write down. So I wrote down. I have team people. Um, First I want to check. We should have a buttload of Pokeballs. Okay. So first thing we're gonna do before we tackle like sign up for the gym challenge is we're gonna open up the stuff for the DLC. So we're gonna go back through the Wild Zone, which also some of this stuff will be new to YouTube people because there's some training I did not have in the previous part for YouTube, and as you can tell, it is like I have probably have like some different Pokemon on here. Like we evolved our Sable to Drizzile, and I think we evolved like one or two other Pokemon, but for the most part, I tried to stay away from doing the gym battle off the recording stuff. I wanted to just kind of focus on doing. I was just trying to like do training stuff off stream last week, so some of the team was different. I wanted to keep the main stuff like gyms and anything we do with the DLC on stream or on a recording, so we can keep it interesting. The whole team. Ooh, actually, that looks pretty cool. So, one of my other save files on here, or profiles, I was playing around with the DLC stuff, and with the DLC stuff, you can get legendaries like pretty easy. And I decided I'm gonna try to do a legendary run on there. It's just using the legendaries, which I want to catch like all the legendaries first through the DLC, and then figure out what the best combo might be. I feel like it would be way too easy, but that's just like for my own playthrough. I'm only gonna do one. Well, I don't know if I'll just do one of them, but we're gonna get one Pokemon at least from the DLC for the legendaries, and only use it for the first gym until like later on if we decide to go back for some more or whatever you might need. But we still have all water types. There is an area in the DLC that gives me a water stone, so I'm gonna give that to Caroline. So we have a Ludicolo, and this current team is not what I decided on. They do not have the. I was gonna say bus. They don't have the bike yet. Okay, but we have to go all the way back up here. Wait, there's some. Wait. If I can go down here, if it's a low enough level, we can get our Marini. Because Marini is when it's raining. The Marini is on what I want on the team. I don't know if I'll be able to catch it though, because we are under leveled. Or we don't have the gem. Oh yeah, it's not raining over here. Why? Fine. Why can't it just like rain all day? Not that. Why didn't I just check here? Okay. It's raining over there, so maybe. Okay, I'm gonna check down here first, and then we'll do the DLC stuff, because otherwise I'm gonna forget. And I don't know, because I think it has to be under level 20. And there is a chance it'll be in their raid. So, raid. Or corpse fire. What do you mean by very strong? Is it like... Yeah, we won't be able to catch it because it's over level 20. So... Yeah. It has the right weather. We will not be able to catch it. Alright, so let's just go back up. We have to go to whatever town it was to get the whole thing ready. But yeah, I don't have the bike yet, right? Yeah, I don't have the bike yet. Okay. I do want to maybe do some like wonder trades at some point. Although I am not sure if we'll get any good guys that we can use that are not like hacked. You know, for a second, I thought about Wiglet, but that's not in this chunk. That's next gen. And I do have only so long I can stream today because I have to go back to work for a meeting tonight. It's a manager and crew lead meeting. And I want to probably get there early to make sure my car... make it. And then if it decides not to start, it gives me time to message somebody and be like, hey, can I have a ride? Hopefully it doesn't happen like that. We'll see. We have to do this in order to get the DLC stuff ready. You have an armor policy? Of course I totally have one. And see, this is the thing about my car though. It worked yesterday. Because, I mean, yesterday in the beginning of the day, I had to go for a walk. Or, I didn't have to, but I went for a walk. On my way home, my purse strap broke in the middle of the crosswalk. So I was like, okay, now I have to go get it. I could have fixed the purse. But I decided I'm going to see if I can get a new one before I fix it. Which, honestly, should have probably been the other way around. Tried to fix it before I bought a new one. And then went back out for a walk to this consignment clothing store. Their purses were either too expensive or didn't have like the crossbody strap that I wanted. I was like, you know what, screw it, I'm gonna go to Goodwill. And I drove across town to go to Goodwill. Car worked fine. I went to visited my old job and they're like to say hi because I thought somebody was working that I liked. Somebody else was working that I liked, so fair. And it worked fine. I think maybe I might have just like left the light on somehow, maybe? Maybe I didn't notice a blinker that I kept on, or I don't know. But now it's working fine, blinkers are working fine. So like, I don't know. Fingers crossed. It keeps working. Or at least decides on Wednesday to not work when I have the day off. And we are streaming on Wednesday. Which that's something I have to talk about today on stream because I don't know if YouTube will get all the videos, but Twitch will get all the stuff. I kind of decided last minute that between June 16th, which is this coming Tuesday, through June 22nd, which is next Monday, I will be streaming 7 days in a row again. Last time I did this was the start of April, I believe. I started April 1st to like April 6th. And I think I like did a post and like had the games like pre-planned, like everything, but I was looking at my stream schedule and realized the only day I did not have a stream was on Thursday. And I was thinking about it, looking at the schedule, looking at my work schedule. And, you know, we're going to go to Armor Station and then go to Crown Tundra first. That way we can get both things open up for us. But, I decided kind of like last minute yesterday that we're going to do 7 days in a row again. And tomorrow, fingers crossed my car works, I do some grocery shopping after work. I can stop, get some snacks and drinks for the week. Last time I didn't eat all the snacks that I had. I think I still have one of the things. But I'm gonna make sure like I have stuff that I will use or will drink in that. And I know on the stream on Friday can't go too long. It's like not necessarily a timed one, but I do have another work meeting Saturday morning. So like I will have to do some shopping in the morning Saturday possibly, and we'll see like how that all goes. Because Wednesday and Saturday are my next 2 days off. And so like those are gonna have earlier starts. Wednesday I think is gonna be more than one game, but I also do have to make sure I write down what games I have planned. Because when I do 7 days in a row, I call it a variety week. Or that's what I named it, like whenever I did the first time. Originally, it was, I think every day I just played a different game that was like new to the channel. This time around, it's still gonna be a new game or a different game every day, but this time around it's all games that I have played on the channel. So I think Tuesday is... Jeez, I forgot already. But I know I think is Water Park Simulator. We have Gymporium, I think on Wednesday. I might also do some Legends Arceus like post-game stuff. Or like Legends ZA. Unless I have ZA. No, I have ZA as one of the games. The new Pokemon Snap. Which we are going to stick to one save, grind out, get the post-game stuff, which or whatever, because I've never done that, I don't think, on stream, or even for myself. Minecraft, Sims 4. I think there's one other one. Water Park Simulator, I think I might have mentioned. But when we do Minecraft, it is gonna be a Pokemon mod. The Cobblemon mod with the Cobblemon Galaxy like thing. And then when we do Sims, we are pretty much just doing a Pride build for Pride Month. Originally that was planned for the 27th. But like I said, like working on my stream schedule, and I was like, I just moved that up. Why not? I know on the notes it said I was going to do a park. I don't know. I want to do a park again. Or a park. But at the same time, I kind of want to do another rec center. So to keep it different, I probably will do a park because I've done a Pride House, multiple of those. I've done the Pride Rec Center. I've done... See, that might have been all the Pride stuff. I don't remember, honestly. Because it's been... So I've been doing, like, Pride builds, like, I think every year since I started streaming. So this would be the third one I've done. I don't remember the original Pride build, though. I don't know if that was a... It might have been a house where I did it based on the Pride, the bisexual flag. I know last year every room in the rec center was a different flag, like chosen by random. I don't know how I'll do it this year for the park or community like gathering site. I mean, I could do a rec center and like the inside stuff is not the priority, and then do mainly like an outside rec center type thing. I don't know. We'll figure it out when we get to it based on what options there are, or like what swatches there are for the builds. That lets us get more stuff. That's one of the things, yeah. That increases the boutique in here salon options. Ooh, maybe we'll get some cool shit. So yeah. Water Park Simulator, I think it's just the second day of the new build, or new park. On there. And like not much. Otherwise, oh, there's an item up here. Sunstone we do not need. Attack of the Benaries! These are a lot of Benaries. I can't use it because it's not a water type, but it's a clef key. I need to actually. I already have it as a shiny in Legend CA. Because I was about to say I want that as a shiny. I was actually watching Bandy, one of his videos that he made for YouTube, for his edit where he was doing shelf hunting in ZA between ZA and Arceus, where he was shiny hunting every type, but they also had to be alphas. And that kind of gave me an inspiration of shiny hunting every type, but they don't have to be alphas. And, you know, maybe, but just with ZA. Because I don't have the shiny charm in Arceus yet. And I do in ZA. I thought that could be something that we could play around with. And I don't know, because shiny hunting is not like my main goal right now in ZA or Arceus. But I do, well, at least for ZA, I want to at least get that Kyogre and Groudon captured. And then also do like the Pokédex filling, which I need to make a list of the Pokemon I don't have, like what ways I can get them, or what hyperspace holes to focus on for them. And we're just gonna like see from there. Plus like whatever everybody else wants to see most of, then I'll, you know, probably worry about that as well. I'm trying to be collaborative with viewers in chat when they have any like suggestions of what they would like to see. Oh, poor Clef K. That would have been so cool. I am also making exceptions for shinies, which I think, I don't know if I think I have mentioned the last part. If I find a shiny, it doesn't matter what typing, well, it might matter what typing, but it could go on the team. And I just wanted to have that out there in case I forgot. Look at that Wailord out there. Tangela. That sounds awesome. I need to be able to go on water so I can catch that whale. I do have 3 possible Pokemon on the DLC sections. This was not one of them, but it's fully evolved, so like we can maybe catch it. I mean, who would for your place? Because water psychic, right? I think it's water psychic. That just safe. So also today when I was having those car issues, so my big sister, I have a big sister from Big Brothers and Big Sisters, which is like this non-profit that pairs like adults with younger kids who may, I don't know if they like necessarily have family issues or like maybe I don't know like to say how they do the pairing. But we got paired when I was in 1st grade. So that was 2001, so 25 years ago. And so like we've known each other like since then. And I had messaged her this morning like, hey, like I was letting her, because we still can't stay in contact. We do like yearly shopping trips out of town for like Christmas shopping. Sometimes we go like mini golfing and you know like we do fun stuff. Sometimes we went to see both Wicked movies, like you know that. So I had messaged her this morning like, and usually, she's like one of few people who are like, hey, if you need anything, let me know. You know, she's willing to like help me out if I need it, knowing like I am by myself. And I had messaged her like, hey, the cars aren't starting. Would you be able to like help me get a new battery or like help me charge it? It's like I have a right to work. I don't know if at the time I didn't know if I had one coming home. And she's like, yeah, let me talk to my boyfriend. They were able to jump. Shorter version is they came to work, grabbed my car key, and took it to an AutoZone. Jumped the car, got it working. The AutoZone said the battery is fine. I don't know if they necessarily charged it, but they ran it for a while. Car holds battery charge. You know, they picked me up using my car. So from work home, I drove them, which felt weird because it's like the first time in years I drove with anybody in my car, let alone like 2 people. And it's the first time they've actually like seen me drive. It's like slightly nerve-wracking because I never show them how I drive. And I probably like took a different route home and then they probably would have. And it was nice of them, and I was like, and they said if, you know, anything happens, the car won't start again, let them know. They'll help me out. And it was nice. And I don't know, it just felt weird. I just thought maybe they drive my car back to my house, but it made sense why they didn't, because they're already out, like, making sure the car is working. Yeah, actually gonna message, not message, but I'm gonna check the message, like, timeline-wise. I mean, it drove... Yeah, so it should be good. Okay, I already know. Fingers crossed. Because I don't think I can afford a new battery if it comes down to that. I am glad that they did offer me to use the charger that they have. And I mean, I do have one myself. It's just the charger needed to be charged in order to work on charging my car. If that makes any sense. There's like a portable, like, external charger. And I didn't have that charged when I tried it this morning. So I had it, like, plugged in when I was at work. Hopefully that does something. If I needed to. I am gonna put it in my car though when I leave later. Fingers crossed it'll help. Come on, Starmie. I'd rather have you on my team than Olivia. Miss? But I am doing names off of Vampire Diaries, but not using the originals, which are characters in that show, because they have their... Seriously! All that hard work! And I kill it. Let's see, what do you have? You have 25. Here's special. Let's get rid of echoed voice. And do I have any revives yet? Yes, I do. Yeah, I don't want King there. I know he's a water type, but... There we go. I have to name that Liz. We don't have to search for the Marini if we could just catch a Toxapex. It boosts some sort of boost protection. I know it's not very effective, but I would rather go with the not very effective moves and make sure it doesn't die, and then go with the very effective moves. Yeah, if I use Supersonic, confuse it, and it'll hopefully be able to. Okay, so it knows recover. Okay, this notebook does not have the moveset list that I want to give them, but I have that in my Google tablet or my Google Doc. No, it's for sale. Okay. This is Toxapex, right? Yeah. Right, so it's a level, so it's under leveled because Marini evolves at level 38. And this is level 20. Wait, I did not write down what abilities I wanted them to have. I had what items I want them to have. Unless, no, maybe it's in this other notebook that I have what abilities I want them to have. What is this? That's not it. Looking at my type chart, where is it? Poison, ground, psychic. We don't have any of those moves. Or do you? Use you and use a Maker Drain. I hope you don't kill it. Oh yeah, you won't kill it. Is that too? Is that? Yeah, it's too bad. Just maybe we'll get it to flinch. Well, it won't matter. We probably wouldn't have been able to get it to flinch. We didn't do much, and it. That was a crit. I said please. I'm using my next token because I want to catch this. I thought you didn't have any recovers left. That much. Yeah. Yeah, I'm okay with that. The neighbors are noticing it. Or the wind's knocking something over. So close. Don't bat. We don't have a water left. Please, Toxapex, stay in the ball. Please stay in the ball. Please, 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 please. No! Stupid recover. You know what? Usually, I don't want to do this early on, but Enzo is getting revived, so we can use its frickin' mud shot. And then we can hopefully not. Actually, well, not Carolina. I was gonna use Mr. on Mr. This is gonna be fun. Oh, Caroline. Your speed is slow. This is like most stressful wild Pokemon. So I want to catch it, but it keeps murdering my Pokemon. Oh, fuck it. Let's try this. Please, 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 please. Please, please, please. Dude! Really? Full health is not... You're still stored. Man. One metal shock and he's unless you miss. I know bite does not kill me. You know the Isle of Armor Pokemon are more to your actual like team's level. And Crown Tundras are usually like 65 to like 70 level. Oh, yesterday too, like on my walk, I got this like glass. Can't really tell, but it has an A on it. I got this for 50 cents. I'm just using a regular like straw with it. But I had to get it because it had an A on it. And I thought that would be kind of cute to use for streams. I honestly got it for like an alcohol drinking glass. Because the other day, Friday actually, I got some more vodka. And I specifically got, I was going to get whipped cream vodka, but it was like $17. And I was like, nope. Because I'd never had it, so I didn't want to buy it and not like it. So I just got my blue raspberry UV vodka mixed with some 7-Up or whatever white soda, which calling it white soda is a Midwest thing, apparently. White soda is like 7-Up, Sprite, Starry, and like having that with vodka or sometimes wine, even though wine is supposed to be like just by itself. Because it was a pissy day on Friday at work, and I'm like, you know what? Screw it. I'm gonna get myself some alcohol, even though I had wine in the house. Like, I treat myself. And I drank some that night around Friday night. Used a different, I used a blue cup though, because it kind of fit. And then this cup, if I drink on stream, I might use this cup so you guys can see the colors. I haven't really fully decided. Whew, yeah. And then, oh, here's your. Yeah. Because I didn't bring like a glass to work today, and I didn't have any drinks from work. So I just used my this cup and filled it with soda when I got home. I had a frappe. I finished the whole thing. So yeah, when my GM picked me up, she was also bringing one of my other coworkers that was helping me like open the store this morning. So I was like, hey, I might be late to work. Car's not starting. And she was like, asked if it was starting, like if I needed anything, if I needed to ride to work. I'm like, I think you're right. Like, if asked if I knew a jumpstart car, I'm like, I tried to jumpstart with my thing, it didn't work. So then I was like, yeah, we might. Everything I searched was like, it's a dead battery. And got that jumped and working now. But she brought me to work with our other coworker, and so she is a GM, and she's looking at time, or asked if I had gotten any caffeine yet. I'm like, nope, because I was gonna stop at this coffee place next to work before work, and she was like, you know what, we're already late. Why don't you just we just get some caffeine? I'm like, well, if it's okay with the GM. And she was also taking care of her niece, so she got her niece something herself, and me and the other coworker stuff. And I was like, okay, like I didn't have breakfast, so I was like, okay, like let me have a McMuffin, and I got a frappe. I didn't eat the McMuffin till I got home. I didn't eat it till like an hour ago. And like that was the first time I ate all day. Sorry. Okay, if I don't talk when I try to catch this, it'll let me catch it. Watch. Let's give it the stare down. Yes! I knew if stare down and not talking, then caught it. Yes. Okay. So yeah, we went. I only like the first thing I ate was like that was the McMuffin, and then the sub I brought home. But I was surprisingly not hungry when I was at work, and I think it was just because I was worried about my car. And I was like, yes. So let me see who my planned team was. So Sabo was on the team. You're on the team. These two and Tyler are not on the team. Planned on the team. Right? No. Yeah. So no, I didn't check to see if Marine Toxapex was a male or female. And I named it Liz. Let's get rid of Tyler. Is Marine... okay, good, it's a female. That would have been very awkward if it was a guy and named Liz. Okay, now we gotta go heal. Chauncey. We got half of the team. I'm gonna go Witchhurst, heal. And then come back. Well, by come back, I mean go to Crowned Tundra and get our little helper for the first gym. And explore a little bit, because I know there is a Waterstone there. We can help evolve Caroline. Wait, I do need to actually take a picture of Marini. Because one of my coworkers wanted to name it. Well, not necessarily name it, because there is a character in Vampire Diaries named Liz. And I told my coworker, who may also have that name, that she could pick what Pokemon to name it, or what Pokemon that I could have named with that name. Yeah. Yeah, so I'm gonna move my team around a little bit. So the Pokemon that I want on the team, I'm gonna put on the top. So these two can still switch out. Because they weren't planned on the original team. I need to go there for a little extra help with the first gym. First gym is grass, which we are weak against, but there is someone that can help us in the Crown Tundra that we can use. So. We'll see how that works. No, I've went through here on my other save. So there is this battle, first battle. We are supposed to lose. We are gonna get one-shotted, and that is fine. Because our Pokemon should be auto-healed after. At least on the one time I played through. We'll see. Can I? Aww. I was thinking that I could just go through and be like, oh. Excuse me, hello, is the girl over there? I was saying, call me a little girl. Okay, I'll back you up as I scroll through Facebook because I know I'm going to lose this battle. Oh, so, I was watching, well, not watching anything, I was going through Facebook and YouTube and found out that the first official, like, full song, like, music video from within the movie came out for Descendants Wicked Wonderland, which is the 5th movie in the Descendants franchise. Although a lot of people I feel like, are purists and only say there are 3, because the 4th one did not have the main cast return, which, to be fair, they did not want to return after Cameron Boyce's passing, because they didn't feel like it felt right. Like, for them, like, they didn't, you know, and I mean, we had 2 returning characters, but none of, like, the main ones who, like, started the story. And so, like, I don't care, because Descendants did not say it's only for those characters. It's like the whole idea of following the descendants of Disney characters. That's why it's called Descendants. Anyway, they released the first video for Rise of Red was the last one. Wicked Wonderland. And well, the movie before it, Rise of Red, the daughter of the evil of the Queen of Hearts from Alice in Wonderland, decided to go back in time and make her mom nice. because her mom was evil. She didn't like it. She gets trapped in the past temporarily with Chloe, who is the daughter of Prince Charming and Cinderella. She has an older sibling named Chad, who is in the other Descendants movies. Actually, all three of them. First three. And who, at the point of the fourth film, is off at college somehow. Because if you watch this movie, he ain't the smartest. And so Chloe and Red are... they change time, pretty much. Change the past. Red, when they return to the present, Red's mom is nice. But they... and Red and... or Red's mom and Chloe's mom are still friends. And so, like, they know that has changed, but they're, like, from the music video, they're learning about these other things that have changed. Like, Mad Hatter has had a kid who is evil. Red now has a sister. The Smee twins, who were brought to Oridon in the end of 3, or during 3, are now evil? I don't know if it's like something that when they went back into the past, they changed like what characters were brought to Oridon for as a second chance, or if that those events never happened, or like what is happening, because we don't know yet. The movie comes out next month, July 16th on Disney Channel and 17th on Disney Plus. Although I think it should be the other way around, because I no longer pay for cable because it's too damn expensive. And yet I pay for a lot of streaming things, but no, that's the story. And in the music video, like, there is a character that I didn't realize it was from this other not movie franchise, but still a Disney movie, from Encanto. It was supposed to be like either a character from that or one of their kids in the new Descendants movie, which made me glad that my coworkers made me watch Encanto a few weeks back, or like a month ago. So now I know like the backstory of Encanto, since that's now being incorporated in Disney, or in Descendants. I am going to do a little bit exploring though before we go down there, because there should be a water stone somewhere. And as far as I know, we are in Descendants. It's having to do with that, and then they might be changing other like stories we don't know yet. I'm hoping to find out soon, because I do like that series. I don't want to go in there, dude. Not yet. Isn't Peony a generator? See, I want you. It's a Pokemon in this area are too much for me to catch. So whatever is over here is gone. I know there's a water stone around here somewhere. It'll let me pick up. Yeah, I'm just really excited for Descendants, even though a lot of people are dissing on that. I really do like that whole idea. The idea of like seeing the descendants of Disney kids. Or Disney kids, no. Oh, whatever. I know there's a water stone somewhere around here. I need that for Caroline to evolve. So we're gonna search for Duos. I don't think it's down here because I have not been down here yet. At least I don't think I have. Yeah, I've not been down here yet, so I know it's not down here. Unless it was up here and then it decided to despawn because of the freaking cutscene that I did not want to happen. So I saw a sparkly by one of these trees and unless it's I'm not gonna be able to battle you. Damon, you are not gonna be able to do that. Maybe that's the thing over here. So I remember there's a water stone and I put this on the other side. That is nice. Somehow I want it. That's nice. No. Maybe we just have to leave and come back. We have to, I want to go through here and do one raid before I leave this area because this whole part is DLC stuff. Exclusively DLC stuff. Dang, my phone battery was so dead. Well, not dead, but like so low. That it's been charging pretty much since I got home. It's only at 83%. It also doesn't help that I was playing music at work through the work speaker. And I was like texting like everybody, well, a lot of people trying to get my car to work. Fingers crossed it works. I'm not giving the finger, I actually have my fingers crossed. By the time this goes up on YouTube, every car will be figured out, but because of it being on Twitch, it is not figured out. For sure. Oh, you're talking. Yes, I mean, I already know, but I'll go through it for you guys. Max Lair is a labyrinth, which is only available with the DLC. Underground cavern where rare Pokemon dwell, the lakes of which are normally not found in the Galar region. The farm must form a team of 4 trainers and set to explore Max Lair if you can find legendary Pokemon. So if you get to the end, you're guaranteed a legendary. But I don't remember if it counts with the shiny charm or if it's just like normal. It's like a 25% chance of a shiny, but you won't know unless you look at the summary. And if you can only get one of each legendary per save file, so if you want multiple legendaries in the same game, you either have to transfer them over or do like multiple saves, transfer them to like Pokemon Home or other versions, bring them back. He looks so much like Chairman Rosebud. I'm ready! We're just doing this one. For now. I want to save the other ones for later on. I'm gonna go this by myself. I'm gonna go Mark Pico. If I remember right, the final one should be water. No water. Should be a Suicune. There's usually a guaranteed Suicune for the first Pokemon from their max rates. Like, I scratched my arm today. You can't really see on camera, but like, I might have scratched my arm. I mean, the key was in the office door at work. And before we even really did anything for opening, like, stuff, I hit the key pretty hard with my arm. And I was like, oh, it's fine. I just, like, moved some skin. But then within, like, a minute, a bruise started forming, which is not good. And it's been kind of hurting because it's, like, right here. Where like, the skin moves when I move my arm. And it's still, like, a decent bruise. And I honestly think that might have almost, like, taken, like, actual skin and maybe, like, a nice chunk if I was more rough. Because, like, feeling over it, you can feel like it's kind of like a actual, like, wound. But I want to take care of that extra skin before I don't know if I might just, like, let it normally do whatever so I don't, like, talk it. But it hurt yesterday. Like, it was bad. Or today, that was bad. I like Mark Pico. Was it Mark Pico alone? And Sav. Aloha is just Sav. Right? Let's see. Pokemon Mark Pico. Yeah. Oh, is it introduced in Sword and Shield? Well, I need to make a list of, like, my favorite Pokemon of each gen because Pico is definitely one of them. Just because it's so cute. And then it has the dark side, which I do have used in I want to say I used it in Violet or Scarlet, maybe. Honestly, don't remember. And it is a cutie. It is definitely a cutie. And it was a fire type move. So 9 turned harsh. We really need to do a maybe a week. Nah, I don't know if I want to do it. I know it's. I personally want to do it. And it's also one of the goals for followers where I do I call it a retro night or retro week or whatever, where I only play like older gen games. So anything from pretty much essentially that's on like the 64 emulator and like those emulators that are on the Switch. Like those are the only games we play like through like that week or like that day or whatever. And we do like that is one of the like goals I think I did for Fallout actually. I don't remember what goal we have to hit to do that, but I really want to do that. I also don't want to do it like on our own. I might at the same time, honestly, because then it's like a little hint of what we could do. And we'll see how that works out. We also need to get back to the OG Luigi's Mansion, which was on the, we were doing during the first week, and then I just kind of gave up because there's a part I didn't know how to figure out. Which I might have to Google it. And then like doing games that I don't know if like I personally probably have played before on stream, like Pokemon Stadium, like whatever I have on the 60. Like I have an actual 64 I can stream off of, but I also have the emulator we can use. But it's not as fun without playing the actual like 64 controller. Just because you would be at full health. Although I might just let one of the other people have it, because then we'll have another electric to go against Sweet. Really? I'm gonna go to Ghost because the backpacker will have items for us. Sinisty. There are Pokemon that I forget sometimes they come from an older gen. And by older gen, I mean anything before Paldea. Because Paldea is the newest one. Well, newest to what's been released. Technically, whatever one is for the Winds and Waves will be the newest one. But those games aren't out yet, so it is not the newest one yet. Honestly, I want to take a nap. Like this morning. No, actually, like right when I got home, like after I got all the car stuff, like figured out, I was just so tired. And I was like, almost was like, screw it, no stream, but I decided to still keep on the keep the stream on. And I was like, you know what? Really? Oh, this is one again. Good without it. Okay, good. We got rid of the Seeking. Yes, I want an item. What do we got? PP. Okay, citrus is good. Interesting. They got different Pokemon. So this should be a Suicune. I think Suicune is guaranteed for the first Pokemon. Then after that, it's random unless you find one that you didn't beat or like capture. And then you have the option of going back to that specific one if you select that option. Suicune, water type. Sure, it'll be level 75. We can use it for the first gym and not technically cheat on the not having water types and just use it as a water type on our team just for that gym, and the rest of it will be easy. That's my goal at least. Technically, this does not count with the water only, in my opinion, because it's not an actual gameplay wise. But if you think it's cheating, let me know. If you're watching this on YouTube, if you manage to watch this all the way through, that would be nice. Help be cool and please. That was good. Maybe like one, maybe two Pokemon that can faint that. One more. You had to go set up the rain. Freaking whatever mushroom head. Slow tick? I know I never use it. You be the center of attention. You like 2 hits. You can't tell, but my heart's like nervous. I haven't been this nervous since my car this morning. Yay! Woo! We got it. This is the only time where you're guaranteed a legendary in a Pokeball. I think it's just kind of funny that I'm catching a legendary in a Pokeball. I kind of hope it's shiny, but if it's not a big deal because I'm not trying for shinies in this right now. I just want to see we can just slightly cheese the first gym. And then after that's going in the box. And legendaries return to neutral. I do need a name. Yeah, it's not shiny. But I'm gonna take it anyway. Yes, Suicune. Vampire Diaries themed name. I could name it Lily. Because the Salvatore's mom, Damon and Stefan Salvatore, their mom's name was Lily. We're gonna switch. Hero. And Lily will be our lead when we battle the grass gym, and it's gonna go back in the box right after. So we don't have a legendary on our team and be tempted to use it all the time. So. And now you can see the A a little bit more. I'm Anne. Perfect. I'm glad my name suits me. It was given to me when I was born. And I never wanted to really change it for like IRL stuff. Streams and stuff, that's why I think I went with Mini Mayhem. So I am a kind of mayhem. It's not even a word, but you know what I mean. He used to be a gym leader. Aventura. You know, actually, I know this game came out before Legends Arceus. I think it was like a year or two before Arceus. I like these graphics better. I think. Hey, it's not done. That's what. Sword. So this came out in 2019, and then. Arceus came out in 2022. So 3 years later, this is 3 years younger, younger than Arceus, and I kind of like the graphics better. Although I do like the graphics to a point in Arceus, just not. I kind of like these more. Anyway, I gotta look at who his gym lead was. Pokemon. I did not type. Okay. Pokemon. Former Legion. Oh, this is he was a former Galar person. Trying to figure out if it tells you. I'm guessing he would have been like a steel type based on his team. I thought for some reason that he was like a other region leader, not just this John. Is he at the age of yeah? Oh, well, if you can't read my shirt actually has my name on it. It's just blocked by my microphone. See? Got this shirt a few years ago when I was cat sitting. Got it as a gift. They also paid me to cat sit, but then they also gave me the shirt. It even has a shirt time on here, 2024, so you know like when it was like made. Yeah, I'm not going down there. Alright, I'm gonna do some little exploring, search for the water stone. And then YouTube will have a new part, but I'll still keep streaming on Twitch.